Today we talk about loving yourself and others. And this is one of my favorite topics because what I teach when I work with my clients, the main part is about accepting yourself. And it's not about loving yourself because that I find is a whole different ball game, but we're talking about accepting yourself and others. And the main theme with the chakra is the heart chakra. And I want you all to give yourself a second. And the heart chakra is literally where your heart is, but just in the middle. So in the middle of your rib cage, in the middle of your chest. And just give yourself a second and notice if just by me talking about that heart chakra, you thinking about it, is there anything that's happening? Just notice. If nothing's happening, that's totally fine. There is no right or wrong. It's just an awareness. And keep it, let it go, do whatever feels right for you. But just become aware. And the heart chakra, or the chakras in general, can be closed, underactive, overactive, or balanced. And particularly for the heart chakra, how that might look like. And there are different ideas in between. So there are different behaviors, thought patterns that are in between all of this that I'm saying. So don't make it a black and white thing. I'm just giving you a couple of examples. So how does it look like when your heart chakra is underactive or closed? This means there is a lot of self-judgment, a lot of self-shame, a lot of self-blame, a lot of self-criticism. And there is a lot of guardedness. That means you try to protect yourself desperately. It's not just like I'm protecting myself, I'm protecting my space and you're okay. It's more like a desperation, a very strong urge to protect yourself because you feel unsafe. That's why that urge is so strong. It can look like when it's overactive that you're an overgiver. So we're talking about classic people pleasing here. You don't feel comfortable when people feel uncomfortable. You want to please them. You want them to love you. So you do whatever you feel or think that they need from you in order to be okay so that they can show you their love. Yeah, so overgiving. Another one is the rescuing. Yeah, we want to save people. I had that very strongly in my last relationship with my partner back in England. He was an alcoholic, and I believed from the bottom of my heart that I could save that man. And if I love him just more, that he would love me back. If I'd give more of me, that he would finally see how amazing I am. So I tried to be that knight in shining armor for him. He never asked for. So I didn't get what I was hoping to get by giving up myself, by abandoning myself. And that also means that I had poor boundaries. I let things slide. Yes, of course, you wake me up at 5 in the morning because you were too drunk to get off the train last night and missed the train home. So you ended up somewhere, and yes, I come and pick you up before I go to work. Yeah? Poor boundaries. Typical overactive heart chakra. When it's balanced, however, how you might recognize this is that you accept yourself. You might be overgiving at times. You might have poor boundaries at times. And you might judge yourself sometimes. And you accept it. It's like, yes, this is what it is. And many of you who know me for a while, they know that this is all I'm talking about. The main point in what my teachings, my work is that acceptance. That, yes, this is part of me. This is who I am. Coming back to the identity, to the root chakra. This who I am. I am like this right now. It also means that you are connected to yourself and to others. Connection means self-connection, that I am aware of what's happening in my body, in my brain. I'm not judging it. That's the connection we're talking about here. And it means that you have compassion for others without abandoning yourself. So like I did with my ex-partner, I had compassion for him. I wanted to understand him. I wanted to give him what he needed. And I forgot about me. I left myself somewhere. I don't know if you can hear my dogs right now, but they are barking for whatever reason. And all of this is connected to your thoughts, because what's happening with the chakras is, Betty, come here, come here. Give me a second. Ooh, ooh. Here we go. Here we go. So, the thing with the chakras is, with every chakra, not just the heart chakra, that you can open it, and then it's open and you feel balanced and you have the connection to yourself, you accept yourself, and then your mind kicks in. You go into that old automatism, into your old behavior, into your old patterns, and you're not aware of that. And then it overactivates, or it underactivates, or it closes again. So these chakras, they can be all over the place. Each of them can be differently balanced, differently open, differently overactive. There is no, if this is open, then this is open. No, that's not how it works. And it doesn't stay the same. It depends on your thoughts, literally. That's why it's connected. That's why it's so amazing to do the energy work, but to also have the mindset behind it, to understand what's going on, what influence has your mindset to your energy or to your emotions. And that brings me to the next part. So when we talk about the heart chakra, let's talk about the emotionally and the physically. So when your heart chakra, oh, she wants to get down. When your heart chakra is closed or underactivated, you might experience many triggers around yourself, around your looks, around your character traits, around your weaknesses, around your skills. Anything becomes a trigger and you react to it. It might even feel like your heart is breaking. I know that from my experience that when I felt that way, when I took things personally because I wasn't happy with those parts, there was little acceptance. It sometimes felt like my heart was breaking. That was the emotion, the body feeling that I had. What did I do? I ignored it. I talked myself out of it. What should we do? We sit with it. That's always the go-to. Sit with it. Become aware, sit with it as long as you possibly can. And now let's come to the mind, because that's where we regulate. That's where the sentence comes in. Your thoughts create your reality. And that's where the circle closes. We have the energy, we have the body, and now we have the mind. They all work together. It's interconnected. But the mind, because it's so influential, because you have so many thoughts, and your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your behavior creates your results. It's a big factor in that triangle. So if your chakra, or if you have that self-judgment, self-criticism, what you do is you need to protect yourself. Those thoughts come up, that mindset is. Because when you judge yourself, you do that to protect yourself. That sounds counter well, what's the word that I'm looking for? Counterintuitive. But that's what's happening because you want to feel emotionally safe. And in order to feel emotionally safe, you judge yourself, because not judging yourself, accepting yourself would feel like something that is not possible. You don't know this. You don't know what would happen with you and other people if you would accept yourself. That means you probably stand still and this is all you have. This is all you'll ever be, which is not the case. But when you have these thoughts, you want to protect yourself. When you have that behavior of a lot of self-shame, self-blame, self-criticism, it's protection. Now let's say your heart chakra is overactive. So you're like this people pleasing and you want to be that knight in shining armor. What that says is you have that need to feel loved. Again, the love that you give yourself, not enough. You want more. So you want it from others because you believe, you may think that you can't give it to yourself. Again, we talk about the acceptance. That is a part where you say, no, I can't accept this weakness. But maybe my partner, my friend, my parents, my co-workers, whoever, maybe they can accept it. Maybe they can give me that I can't give myself. So you feel that need to feel loved. Now, if it's balanced, if you are someone who says, this is me, the good, the bad, and the ugly, do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. Do I want to change it? Yeah, parts of it. Yeah, I want to grow. I want to make it different. And it's okay as it is right now. That is the need of what you need. So it's all about you. It's all about you looking after yourself. You looking after number one, because you are number one in your life. You're spending the rest of your life with you. We often forget that and think we live for our children, for our partner, for work, etc. But we actually live for ourselves, because you're the only one who stays with you and has to deal with you 24 hours. But often that relationship gets criticized the most and loved the least. Oh, sentence that I wrote down here: the more you accept yourself, the more you accept others. Because now we come into the relationship part, because often there is this myth going around that it's easier for you to accept the weaknesses of your partner, of your friend, of whoever, but not yours. And that's a myth. Let me explain why. Because what's happening, and maybe I'm wrong, but in general, maybe, so this might not apply to you, but in general, what happens is when we say, oh, I accept this on her, let's say a friend, it's okay that she has it, but I can't accept it on me. You're not accepting that on her. You're just seeing it and you're comparing. That's not acceptance. You're comparing, saying, oh, she can do that, I can't do that. Oh, I wish I could do that. Still not acceptance. I imagine when I talk about it, what comes up for me is that I put that character trait, let's call it a character trait, from that person on a pedestal, and it's like, oh my God, this is the holy grail. This is how I want to be. I don't have it. Why don't I have it? Why can't I be more like that? What do I need to do to be like that? And that is not acceptance. That is desperation. That is something you want, something that you don't expect that you have, but you want. So it's not acceptance. It's not. And then you spiral. Yeah, this is the spiraling, when you say, oh, I want that, why can't I have that? It's so amazing that you have that, why can't I have that? That's the spiraling that we're going into then. And that also means that you're fighting yourself again. You're not accepting that, oh, I don't have that. Today I don't have that. Full stop, period. That's it. No, you try to justify, explain, put it into pretty words. or try to analyze it. Many different ways how to put that aside. Good way might be to just say, today, no, it's not there. So acceptance is what is now, period. It's not contemplating. It's not giving it nice words. It's not over explaining. It's not explaining at all. Acceptance is just, this is what is now today. Full stop. Tomorrow can be totally different. But often acceptance is seen as a total. This is now set in stone and this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life. That's not the case. That's not what acceptance is. So the big question is now, what can we do to accept ourselves? And when we come to the chakra, what can you do? You can listen to the energy clearing. That will help you to just activate, balance your chakra. That's what it's for, because it has that frequency of the chakra when it's balanced, and it will help you to, wherever your chakra is, if closed, underactive, overactive, it will help you come to the balance. With the emotion and the body, what you do when you're someone who is like overgiving, you notice that you're overgiving, or your heart is breaking, or whatever is going on in your body, you sit with it. That releases the trigger, that takes the power away from the trigger, because it starts in your body. If you remember, we have the trigger, then we have the emotion, the body feeling. That's what's happening. So that's what we want to focus on. Because if we go into something else, if we go into our mind, that's not the emotion that we're regulating. But talking about the mind, when this happens, when you notice that you are not accepting, that you are overgiving, and that you are abandoning yourself, that you judge yourself, the simplest way, the simplest thing you can do is become aware. I tell my clients, like, interesting. Oh, look at me. Judging myself. Oh, look at me. Don't want to accept myself. Oh, look at me. Interesting. I'm doing it again. That's all. That all it takes, that awareness and interrupting that spiral. That's what you do when you put that awareness in. When you say, oh, interesting. There's no judgment. There's curiosity. That's a different body feeling. You're curious, like, oh, interesting. I'm doing this again. I'm judging myself. Oh, that interrupts your thought patterns. Probably comes back. Then you say it again. Oh, interesting. And then it goes and it comes back. It can go in spirals. Yeah, it can go 100 times. And that's okay. Remember that you are used to this. You are trained. This is an automation, so it happens. And in order to break the automation, we need to start somewhere. And we do that by saying, interesting. Not clients often tell me this is too simple. But the thing is, it was easy to start that automation in the first place. It's like, now it's there, now we're doing this. That's how it happened. It wasn't a long-term process over years. It was like this, and then you just got better and better in doing it. So it's like this, that you say, I interrupted now. And the more you do that, you're rewiring your brain. If you sit with your body emotion, with your body feeling, you're even releasing the trigger. And when you listen to the clearings, to let your chakra balance itself out, it's 3 in 1. You get 3 things in one that support you, so that you feel more connected and accepting towards yourself. And that brings me to the end of my lecture today.